welcome to this video. Here I'm going to start a new series here, Campaign Trail Showcase Gameplays. This is a game where you can simulate as presidential candidates. You can win, you can also lose. It depends on your choices during the campaign trail. I will play mods here, and I know the game, okay? But I didn't play all mods, okay? Or I played, but that's a long time ago. And let's try to win. 1984 Common Sense is a state election, and I don't want to do that. Let's do first 1980 The Happy Warrior. Let's go. Why can't I play it? Oh, good. Oh. The tenure of President John Connally has been one of climbing stabilities and the gradual betterment of the nation's standing. Entrusted the presidency following the end of Nixon's second term, Connally has touted the Nixon line faithfully so far and is expected to win his last election handily, citing the rising economy, diplomatic success, and personal popularity. The Democratic field has been demoralized and dealt a critical blow following Udall's landslide loss in 1976. Due to a lack of viable younger contenders for a nomination, the field is very empty and up for grabs by anyone really. But who would want to run now? They're guaranteed to lose. Well, one familiar face has been risen to the occasion to throw their head in the ring one last time to give it his all. So this is a Connally mod somehow. Hubert H. Humphrey. This is a real Humphrey? Wait. Hubert H. Humphrey. He died in 1978. This is 1980. This may be his son or something. So let's continue and we can play as Michael Dukakis or Ruben Askew. You'll choose Ruben Askew. So, Senator Humphrey. November 3rd, 1976, as you watch the final results come in on this frigid 37 degrees morning in Minneapolis, it's quite apparent that Mo Udall, the shining beacon of light that would defeat Connally and bring America back to the Democrats, has lost. Lost in a crushing landslide, nearly breaking McGovern's record just 4 years ago. Thoughts flew through your head as the final states are called. This is the only answer. This can't be right. 2 landslides in a row. Something fishy has to be going on here. We aren't this unpopular. What is the map right here? This is the map right now. It doesn't look really good. This was the only answer. January 20th, 1976. It's a chilly 28 degrees day in Washington, D.C. as you look on as Connally places his hand on the Bible and gives the oath of office to Chief Justice Burger. With Bush following shortly after to speak O'Neill, watching from the stands as Connally promises a continuation of the successful policies from Nixon, you audibly sigh. You think to yourself it's going to be a long year, 4 years. This is the only answer again. Because we have cancer. I didn't even know that he has cancer. I don't know this guy. Probably his son or something. Recently, the Connally administration released a press report announcing a ramping up of the war on drugs. That was initiated by Nixon. The press release stated that it would take more action on combating domestic sellers and shipments from across the border. You are tagged down by a nearby reporter clamoring to get a response from you. I know. I think we have to be moderate on this issue, on the war of drugs, so we don't offend anyone. Obviously concerned about the rise of dangerous illegal substances on our streets, I'm not sure that going after the vendors on the streets is the best course of action. The real threat relies on the growers and importers. I've heard reports that Miami is a real hotbed for illegal importation of cocaine. This one. Interesting angle to gag out here is not as if this line of reasoning isn't unpopular. Well, this doesn't hurt us, but we are losing by a landslide. You're in your office filing paperwork when the endless monotony of it all gets broken up by a concerned looking Walter Mondale running in. He tells you that something is going on in Iran and that it's on the news. He gets the TV going and flips the channel to NBC, where it appears that Iran has fallen into a civil war between pro-Shah forces and religious fundamentalists, something you have heard bits and pieces about over the last few months. What should you say in regards to the crisis? We shouldn't politicize this. Let's do 3. Not taking that is interesting, but overall this doesn't work as well to the average Joe. Okay, this wasn't a very good response. Shortly after the fighting started in Iran, Connally and his fellow Republicans, along with a few Democrats in Congress, have organized a $200 million aid package for weapons, supplies, and equipment to be sent over to the Shah side. The bill currently has bipartisan support. How will you vote for it? If it's bipartisan, then yeah. The medal that were held in the American embassy. This keeps the numbers the same. Turn their head, Connally is just too popular. Nobody wants to be known as the next Udall McGovern. Seeing the writing on the wall, and after talking over with your good friends Kennedy, who was planning on running, and Mondale, you've decided to announce that you will be running for president this year to the cheer of many and charging of just as much. Okay, this is the only answer, so we will accept it. HHH, Humphrey for president. Interesting. After filling out all the appropriate paperwork, you realize that, well, every mainstream Democrat has rallied around you, leading to a lack of any serious competition. Competition, yes, Sabre LaRouche, but he's unimportant. You easily breeze through all the primaries and are nominated unanimously at the convention. The first time a non-incumbent has ever done so. What will you make your acceptance speech about? We're now going to attack Connally since he's popular. We have a strong party. We'll always unite. Always unite. Let's unite our party. This is the best course of our action. Yeah, good. We scored with this answer. With the main convention speech now finished, it's time for you to select a running mate. You have this guy in the back of your mind ever since 1972, and the two of you have a good rapport with each other. You announce to the crowd that former Governor Ruben Askew of Florida will be a running mate this election season, to little surprise. What do you have to say about him? To the south, Governor Askew is a man who shares many of the same views as me on issues like the economy. He does have many that your campaign can keep in mind over that. Okay, that boosted our polling numbers. Our polling chances don't look good, but they don't look bad. With your campaign now in full swing, we've neglected to really specify a campaign strategy, opting more to talk broad rhetoric for the time being. But now it's time that we really get the ball rolling on it. How should we go about this election? Yeah, for real, again, unify. The smartest strategy. Right now, this is, I always unite. President Connally and Vice President Bush have just been unanimously nominated by the Republican Party. Most people agree that Connally has done a good job running the country, but that there are always places for improvement, especially in the economy. How would you like to point out any of Connelly's shortcomings to hopefully get a leg up on your massive polling deficit? This is the end of the mod jam. What? This is the end of the mod? What do you mean? Let's hit him where it hurts. Older thank you for playing my Mod Jam. Okay, we're not ending. Ever since the early 70s, the economy has been in a rut. Even if the oil lines are shrinking, GDP is growing and the inflation is coming down. It's still not in its best place. How should we go about spending up the recovery? Not too. We cannot cut this. It's a bipartisan deal. Help the middle class. Stimulus Connally needs you for exhausting, but this is pretty popular with Americans. Good. For over a year, now, yeah, for over a year now, Iran has been embroiled in a massive civil war between Islamic fundamentalists and supporters of the Shah. Not only that, but 66 American hostages have been held in Tehran ever since the war started, with the Connally administration working hard to release them. How do you feel about the war so far? Let's be moderate here. Why a little out of the mainstream shouldn't hurt you too much. Good. We have quite good numbers in the Midwest. We can probably hit 100 electoral votes. Recently, at a campaign rally in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, you exploded in a coughing fit after the speech and had to be escorted to the hospital. This, along with your advanced age 69, has unfortunately spawned a debate about your health. What can you say to dispel the rumors? 69, that is a joke. You look at Biden or Trump. Biden is older, Trump is slightly less, but 69 is nothing because so many old people are serving in politics. Well, this is a hard choice. Let's keep my current schedule as we beef up. I think luckily you're able to avoid breaking out. Good. It still hurts us, but not that bad because we are not in a coughing fit. Debates. Let's prepare at least something, at least some time. And then to President SQ Bush was also looking for what a waste of time this whole thing was. Okay, so this was a whole waste of time. It was a Biden-Trump 2020 debate. It's common knowledge that you've undergone a conservative shift ever since your loss in the 1968 election. This is Humphrey? This is a real Humphrey? I don't know. I don't get it. Especially on okay, this is Humphrey. I just realized this is Humphrey. This caused you to consistently have a bit of trust with the leftist wing of the party. What can you emphasize in your next speeches to reel them in? Let's do economic liberalism. Okay. I'm sorry, Hubert, but this issue is just unavoidable for any longer. I'm just gonna go out and say your health is awful. From the hacking fits to the fears about your cancer resurging, not to mention your haggard appearance. What can you do to try and bring yourself up to speed again? Better some makeup. This answer changes Humphrey's appearance. How did it look, guys? Thankfully, the concept would begin to fade after a new makeup regimen was introduced. Okay, how does new Humphrey look? He looks kind of funny, actually. He looks very funny in this. We have right now 102. We are barely not scraping off Illinois. Maybe I saw one campaign. Where should you campaign? Midwest. I'm spending into the Midwest. in an effort to stop your growing poll numbers, the Connally campaign has released a series of ads labeling you running mate who have been asked you as a bad campaigner and an opportunist. Opportunist, yes. How should we deal with these ads? Let's take him to care about this. No, fumbles the ball. No. That hurts. Ever since the Soviets invaded Afghanistan in 1979, there have been constant murmurs about possible war crimes being committed in the country. But recently, those claims have been confirmed as a major Soviet intel leak that classified thousands of disturbing photos of human rights violations in the conflict, that stoked anti-Soviet rhetoric to near McCarthy levels countrywide, with some asking for a boycott of the Olympics this year to make a point. Do support it. Probably yes. Majority of the country does it. Okay, so he pushes harsher chances on the Soviet Union. Good. This helps us. It's late in the morning. You are at a Donner's luncheon when all of a sudden the staffer runs in and talks about a volcano. You're confused. The staffer walks over and turns on the TV, flipping it to the news. You see it there. Mount San Helens in Washington is erupting, with a VEI of around 5.5. Damage to the countryside is intense. We'll make an effort to visit the surrounding area and assess the damage once it's all safe. Yeah, of course. Let's do it. And you're just Biden and two of you shake hands with the president. That's serious. Good. This boosts us. It boosts two of us. But yeah, there's calm. A cool 50 degrees is outside, but things aren't calm inside the House of Congress because as of a couple hours ago, Iraqi tanks and aircraft crossed over the border into war-torn Iran with the goal of annexing swaths of land. This has sent the human rights situation in Iran from catastrophic to apocalyptic. President Connally has ordered another $200 million be sent to the Shah and has since implemented harsh sanctions on Iraq. You are tagged down by a reporter and asked for your thoughts. Children, let's do this. We have to comment on this. That will destroy your campaign. Yeah. This hurts us, but not too much. Support for the establishment of a democrat of education has continued to rise in recent years, especially after President Connally interest in the idea following his first election. But due to the ongoing issues like Iran, Iraq, the economy, and the ongoing campaign, the idea has been put on hold. Will you press Connally to make action in the department? This, we are moderate. While you bring them every once in a while, you don't bring them. The plan falls into obscurity. Okay, this didn't went well. Gun control, and by that extent, crime has been a rising issue in the United States these last few years. Deaths involving firearms has gone up drastically since Connally became president, and has only gotten worse following the drug crackdown. What methods would you take in regards to gun control? Let's do four. This is in one South. We have bad enough margins in the South. Look at us in the South. That is horrifying. We cannot win, anyways. In a major blow to the campaign, recent economic reports have seen that the inflation has fallen under 7%, a big win for the Connally administration, as a large part of our campaign hinges on the economy being poor. How do we try to mitigate the damage? Let's hit him where it hurts. this didn't even give us an advisor feedback. This looks horrible. This looks horrifying. Just when we thought we're gonna be getting to, it's over. It's Humphrey over. This is the only answer. Oh, this was a scandal or something. I was maybe too fast skipping it. I thought we were cooked, but this isn't good. Oh, the political world has been completely upended following the recent recurring potential election fraud in 1976. No way. Connally's campaign sent out a strong dismissal of the investigation, nothing more than a political hat scheme. You have yet to make a statement while you are finishing up an event. A reporter tracks you down and asks you about it. This too. And nails on it pretty. He nails me on it. We can't. Oh no, my health. This is cooked. We are cooked. We having trouble winning our home state. This is governed 1972. Like you were saying, I'm pouring entire change that much. Slowly he was. Slowly. The fraud is real? No way. Go to final results. No. We couldn't have. What? This was impossible. Wait, what? How did we win? The happy warrior has risen. Humphrey scores a respectable victory over Connally. As you watch the final states get called from your hospital bed early the next morning, completely overjoyed by the result. You had managed to get your campaign off the ground and had defeated Connally in a good manner too, and managed to thread the needle between emphasizing your conservatism and liberalism, or went all out on one end. It also seems like the American people were willing to take their chances with a Cufford and a Crook. I'm sure the October surprise definitely will help you as well. With Democrats also very happy with the result as well, though some thought the margin would be larger due to the investigation. What? To say, if I would see this result, Humphrey, who literally coughed and had like 3 heart attacks or just a lot of coughing things and was even in the hospital, then I wouldn't like not believe this. He lost the popular vote. We lost the popular vote, but 100,000 votes. What were the closest states? Iowa was not close. Wisconsin. What was the tipping point? New Hampshire is go to Connally. There was not many tipping point states here. We won by quite a mandate. Gosh. Yeah, we won. We won, guys. So thank you for watching, and this was really an interesting video because we won. We won. This is our first election and we won. So thank you for watching, and let's see us in the next